Operation status quo. Operation status quo. Prepare to engage. Operation status quo. Ready to engage. Operation status quo. Engaged. Engaged. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are once again. I was going to say the two of us. I was going to say the two of us. Well, one, because, I'm not sure how many people. Well, I'm thinking you as one entity, the audience, the two of us, me and you, the entity of the audience. But of course, there's many of you out there. Well, hopefully there's many of you. There might be, maybe there is only two. Maybe it's just me. Oh my gosh. How are we doing out there, you guys? Yeah, guys have a nice holiday weekend and such, and nothing crazy happened in the world. I love all the stuff that goes on, especially with the 3-day weekends and the whole, the truth community and the conspiracy side of everything. They're always waiting for the one of these 3-day weekends is when, they always say one of the big things is supposed to happen, whatever happens, right? So anyway, long story short, thank God it was a fairly uneventful, maybe it was an eventful holiday weekend, and we just don't know about it because all we know is what's reported on the news, and we know that we can't count on that for any sort of accuracy and such, right? Okay, so hello and welcome to Operation Status Quo, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pete Palma. I am your user-friendly host. I am broadcasting live from the comfy confines of my very own not-so-decorated home. It's like, I live by myself as a guy. As far as I know, I'm a guy. I'm not sure with all the new information that's out there in the world today. Things might, I might not have gotten the memo that it's time for me to change, but as far as I know, I'm still a gentleman. Well, I can't say that for sure 100%, but I'm definitely of the male persuasion as far as I realize. And I like hanging things up and decorating, but from the times that I moved and such, I never really got back into putting anything on the walls, and I still haven't done that here at this new place, believe it or not. Even downstairs, I haven't hung anything up. Sometimes I see the walls are so clean and nice, I hate to put holes in there and stuff, and then I'm not sure how I want to decorate because, what if I get a new piece of furniture and then that picture doesn't go with it? What am I talking about and why am I talking about it? I don't know why. I was introducing myself and we went on this whole tangent of me talking about my decorating habits and such. But I do plan to put some stuff on the walls eventually. But in the meantime, it's that little plant back there. And that was actually left here when I moved in. And the fan on the other side, my number one fan, that's the biggest fan of my show. That's what I got. And of course, my towel hanging up there when I come back. See my towel when I scooch down in the back, hanging up on the door? When I come back from the pool. So let me finish my intro. I'll give you a quick pool story, and then we'll get into what we're getting into today. I said Pete Palma and Operation. Yes, this is Operation Status Quo. Did I not say what the hell am I doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is Operation Status Quo. Please. Yes, I know. This is the place where we observe the status quo of life, where we learn to flow with the status quo of life. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the most fundamental, I should say, fact, of what this program is about is that then we learn to create our own flow of quo, because that's the only way to go. We observe life, we realize what's going on, and then we create our own flow so that we can live the happiest lives that we want to be. And speaking of that, that's why that's kind of what everything is always centered around here on the show. And before we get into the exact topic for today with the title and such, I will mention this pool comment because since I brought up the pool, I was there one day last week. I don't think I said this in the last show. Maybe I did. I don't know. But if I did, you hear it again. If not, it's brand new to you. But I was whatchamacallit, I'm swimming, and then this older couple that I know at the pool, the husband and wife, and the woman, they're in their later 60s, early 70s age, and she's at the pool, and they're from New York. So I apologize, but that's a strike already. I think I might have told this story last time, because I think I remember, not speaking nicely in New York then either. I don't know, or either way, I was thinking of it. But long story short, please let me just say, she was just complaining a lot in the pool of oh, it's too hot, I can't. I'm stuck in the house for the rest of the summer because it's so hot. And then I'm thinking, well, you chose to come to Florida. I mean, I don't know what you were expecting. It does get hot here. I didn't say that, but I'm like, yeah, it gets a little hot. I'm thinking, I don't know. I came here for the heat. I don't want to be cold anymore, Anyway, and then she was also kind of mentioning, I guess, they had their child when they were a little bit older, so they still have a daughter that is living with them. She was complaining about that they can't travel and stuff because they got the door. The point is, everything was I'm swimming. I'm thinking it's a beautiful day. I hear the birds, and the breeze is going, all this stuff. And like, it was just complain. I really didn't give any, like, I didn't feed into it. I just agreed and just, kind of, because, I like them. They're nice people and everything, but I don't like to give energy to, the negative line of conversation, because that just perpetuates it, right? And she says, if I didn't have anything to complain about, I wouldn't have anything to say. And I was thinking, well, there you go. I think that's number one on the list. Maybe you shouldn't say anything. You know what I mean? All right, let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the 28th of May in the good year 2024, and today's program is entitled You versus You, the Final Showdown. Let me get my... Right? That's the final countdown, but this is the final showdown because, like I say, to go back to the basics here of Operation Status Quo, where we encourage people to realize that how much power they have to choose the life that they like to live, we have to go from the fundamental point of that, we can't look at the outside world as the influence, as it were, or the confines in which that are creating stress and pressure on us, when the outside world merely is a reflection of what's going on within us, right? So that's why it's you versus you. I think it's kind of a simple concept, really. Just think about this. Listen, guys, I come out and talk to people and try to say this type of stuff. I get it. We're all living in this world, and we all have a life, and we're humans, and blah 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 blah. I understand. I'm with you. Okay, I'm human too, as far as I know. Let me cross. I said male. I was a male. I had to question gentlemen, but but I really, really think I'm human. I'm not 100% sure. At least a part of my essence at this present time, I would believe is a human. But so we have to come back to the point of view of realizing that everything that we see in our everyday life is emanating from within ourselves. So the physical world outside is merely a reflection of what's inside. See what I'm trying to say? So if we can take this simple step to stop looking at everything outside and wondering, and thinking of how that is causing us to not function as well as we'd like to in our day-to-day lives, we have to realize that that is not the case. The case is we are just tapping into the energies of what's within our own selves, right? Because you can only exist and resonate within, frequency, vibration of what you are, right? So, like if you're if you're a person that lives from love, like a total love person, right? You can't be a murderer. It just it wouldn't work for you. Wouldn't be able to energetically align to go out and just start slaughtering people, because unless maybe you took some of the prescription meds that they give you out there, or you're going to your regular family doctor, or you're following the food pyramid, or any of those type of things. I guess your brain chemistry maybe could change, which is really still a problem that's starting from within anyway. But long story short, and short story even longer, as we do here all the time on Operation Status Quo. Basically you can't, here's what I'm trying to say about that. And I think I may have mentioned this a little bit the last time too, but the world, whatever's going on in the world, they can drop the nukes, the aliens, the dinosaurs come back to life. I don't care. Meteors, volcanoes, whatever. It could be the most, the whole world could be melting around you, right? But in reality, if you are vibrating at a frequency that doesn't support the energies of those experiences, even though they are happening in a way, because we're a collective and all these energies are interplaying with each other, even though they're happening in a way, they're not going to affect you so much in a sense. I mean, unless the whole earth just spontaneously blows up or something. What I mean is just think about what's going on now and how you live your life, and what's in your life as you go on right now. What's causing you stress, or what do you feel are the things that are making you upset, or even the things that you see that are going on. Like another example I'm trying to make is you see other things going on in the world and you feel like it's going to affect you, or maybe you feel guilty because you're happy and you see other people struggling in other parts of life and the world in a lot of dismay. It's not to take away from whatever struggles others may be going through, but at the same time, it's not your struggle in this existence. Like, it's not about like, we shouldn't feel guilty and bad about living well and being happy, even if other things are happening, because there's other people who are not looking to live well and be happy. And that's why there's those type of circumstances and energies that are within our realm of perception, but don't necessarily have to be within our realm of day-to-day living and our, and our existence and such, right? So I just think it's a really simple concept, because it is you versus you. I mean, this is really, what it's about. And I know I'm speaking every time I talk about this type of stuff. I'm coming from my heart of my own journey and all the questions I've asked myself and how I've tried to live my life over the years to improve myself, to to be mindful of my thoughts, to be responsible with my thoughts and my energies, and how I'm presenting myself to others, and the times that I do, want to cast blame or judgment on a situation or a person or whatever. I may do that in a sense, right? Because we're all human again, and you're going to have your initial reaction to things, but it's having that space of knowing that ultimately it's you versus you. So when you do find a situation or an individual that you want to judge or criticize or whatever the case may be, that is the opportunity to take the step back and say, okay, I feel this way and I want to point the finger over here, but I know ultimately that it's coming from me, because everything within my life is really a projection of my one observation point of existence, right? So it's up to you to take that space to not go down the path of looking out and looking back within, and to kind of wrap it up, because I've been doing really well with keeping it within my trying to keep it so I just don't ramble on and on forever. But it's you versus you, and and a lot of people don't like it. They don't like it. I understand, because it puts the responsibility on yourself. But again, I'll just kind of go back to say, like, look in your life to things that, whether it be your job, your home life, whatever is going on, your wardrobe, I don't know, whatever. It's all up to you to make changes to align yourself with the energies, how you want to, so that you can proceed in the way that you want to proceed. It's not like, oh, well, if I had new clothes, I would go out. It's like, well, go get new clothes and you'll go out, or, oh, if I, didn't have to, I don't know, if I didn't have these damn kids, I would be so happy. Just get rid of your kids, for God's sake. Just get rid of them. Put them up for sale. I hear it's a big thing. These elite, they love children. Oh, come on. That's not nice. Stop it. Stop it. Everybody quiet over here. All right, quiet. All right. But seriously, ladies and gentlemen, because what was I going to say? It was another thing that triggered a thought, which is not really on the same, like, even this, it can be in the same realm. I was just thinking, like, because I guess I was thinking it was Memorial Day. I was thinking this before I went on. I wanted to say, interesting that we always say, we want to thank those who served. And of course, I understand, and I get it, But at the same time, like, I think to myself, like, I don't understand, and I really apologize. I don't mean any disrespect to people who have served and gone to war and all this kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's heavy stuff. So I'm not even criticizing. I just don't understand why a person would want to give away their sovereignty to, an entity that goes out and does harmful things, basically, that uses force and over people, right? So, anyway. Just to say, I'm a person that doesn't even believe, and just to say the same type of thing, what I'm trying to say, well, what resonates? Why do we even have armies? Why do we even have tanks and weapons and all this kind of stuff? Like, because there's like a level of frequency that is in that space, and like, if we were at a higher level of frequency and realized how powerful we are as entities and energies beyond our body, we wouldn't even be thinking, like, what's a tank going to do against that? We don't even need a nuke. Doesn't mean crap, against the power that we have within ourselves as creators and manifestors. So that's the way I feel. I feel like, I don't even understand why people even want to have a military. I've said this I used to say this all the time back in the day too. It just like doesn't even compute with me. Like, why, like, to think of humanity to even build this type of stuff. Let's see. Let's build a bunch of, first of all, let's let's section off a bunch of land and call it this, that, and the other, and separate all the people. Then we'll build armies and we'll get them all fighting. Nobody really wants to fight. Nobody really wants an army, I don't think. I mean, well, maybe right now, maybe Taiwan would be happy to have a little bit more of an army. I could see that, because they're on the brink. But they don't have to worry, because they do have a big army. It's called the United States. Heyo. Right? I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So, I don't know. I went off on a couple tangents. I'm going to leave it here. You versus you, the final showdown. Whatever's going on in your life, whatever you want to make happen in your life, whatever's going on in the world out there, it's you versus you. And anytime you're upset and you feel like you got to go fight, you only have to fight yourself. That is the final showdown. And once you can get yourself square and you duke it out with yourself and you got it all good to go, then you're in a new space and there is no more fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so simple and it's so beautiful. I love you. Yes, I do. All right. All right, well, listen, I want to thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen, for being with me here today on Operation Status Quo. I hope you found this information, if not useful, at least somewhat interesting. But it is useful. You versus you. Believe in yourself and just go do it. Go do it, darn it, because you can do it. Create the best life you want to create out there. That's my message to, I'm going to keep saying that till the day I die, no matter what happens. Go be the best you. And if you align yourself, I'm telling you, the shit really happens. Like if you really get into that space and feel that way and have gratitude towards the universe and understand that you're here to learn a lesson and let life guide you and just be open and receptive. I'm telling you from my own experience that it really works. Nothing's perfect and there's no perfection, easy life, whatever. But I mean, things flow a lot smoother. You see how all the synchronicities and the synergistic aspects of how everything just works together. And you're like, wow, it's really amazing. And it's almost like too much to even put into words. It really is. When you start experiencing it, you'll realize. So hopefully you'll give it a shot. All right, let me know how it works for you. Drop it in the comments. My contact information is in the description box below. So feel free to reach out. Anything you'd like to talk about here on Operation Status Quo is good with me. All right. So thanks again for your time being here on Operation Status Quo, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't done so already, please take the time to like, subscribe, share, send this out to your friends, your family, those you love, and of course those you despise as well. I love each and every one of you out there individually as well as a group. God bless you. And until next time, Operation Status Quo, disengaged.